list of book recommendations for you. Feral for these books. These are the books that I am absolutely blown over my mind. I salivate at the mouth, I start screaming, I get possessed by a demon every time these books come up. These are the books I'm absolutely feral for. And let's get the big one out of the way. Don't you know, this is The Will of the Many. This is the Broken Binding edition. The broken... Everything about this is... I mean, look, it's, how do I describe this? Have you seen Critical Role Calamity? Splash of that, splash of like Tyrus Tournament, people say Red Rising, but I don't really see it. And a splash of Fits from the Realm of the Eldlings, and you have The Will of the Many in a dark academia setting where everybody has to give their will. They don't really have much of a choice, but this says no, but then he has to go and infiltrate the school to find out why somebody mysteriously disappeared while also keeping his own identity secret. That's how I'm going to describe this book without spoilers. Go fucking read this. It's so fucking good. I've read it twice within a year. Am I also going to reread it before the Strength of the Many comes out? Absolutely. Am I Lukey? What the fuck am I going on? You know what I meant. Am I also going to be crawling to the publishers, begging them to give me an arc? I'll take whatever they want. I'll take it in just fucking Word format. I'll take it as digital on it. I'll take anything to get me an arc of book fucking 2. Because holy shit, one of my most anticipated reads. Not going to fucking lie. And it's been 2 minutes and I've already been talking about The Will of the Many. So we are going to move on to this next book that makes me froth at the mouth. I feel like this is a given for most fantasy readers. Like, if you're a massive epic fantasy fan and you like Sanderson, you're kind of going to be in the boat of you're going to fucking love Stormlight. There is just... It's so... This is epic upon epic, and epic done fucking right. The characters in this and the mental struggles they all go through. Every single one. Side characters galore, main characters, main POVs, all of them have a struggle. And it's so well done. Oh my god. Book 5, I'm going to be broken. I'm going to be broken by book 5. Book 5 is going to destroy me, and somebody needs to come and scrape me up off the floor. And probably hand me Lord of the Rings to give me faith back in, you know, bring me back to life. It's Kaladin, it's Adolin, it's everything in this world and the epicness of the world. Like, the fan theories, my theories are shit, right? Fuck, but I love hearing about fan theories. I'm like, oh, what's gonna happen? I love trying to predict. Honest to God, this book, the whole series, man. I mean, could you also put this as Sanderson to some? Probably. I did DNF Elantris, so maybe I'm not in that boat. But this series is just... I don't even know how to describe it to make you go read it. I think people who've heard of been in fantasy space knows about Brand Sanderson and Way of Kings. Just my opinion, my advice, when you go into something like this, I started with Way of Kings, but I like big epic tomes. If you're not that kind of person, start with Mistborn. Or Warbreaker would be a good one, I actually personally think, because it's a standalone. So, that's my opinion. I also think Warbreaker has better characters than Mistborn. This book is a recent read of mine, and if you've been following my channel and seen a particular reading vlog, you may know how much I was screaming about this book. Grace Kings. Kings. Grace. It's so good. It's so good. I expected to not vibe with the first book because I've heard it's told like a textbook, but it's not. It is, but it isn't. Right? It's a large place, something of time you go through in one book, right? In under 600 pages. You go through so much time, and I mean decades of time in one book. And it's definitely setting up for book 2, which I have not read yet. But at the same time, it is so engaging. The characters are just leaping off the fucking page. And then you get a few just lines or a paragraph or something that can happen and you're like, holy shit, this book could have spanned a whole series of books, but there's not what Ken Liu wanted to say, and it was just fucking addictive. It was so good, I fucking ripped the bottom of it and I don't care. It's, oh, go in expecting it to be more like a textbook, lower your expectations and fall in love with the fucking characters anyway, because holy fucking shit, it wasn't a 5-star, not gonna lie, there was a thing that happened at the end I wasn't too happy about, but I still scream and froth at the mouth about this book because holy shit, and I'm predicting the next 3 books in this series, fucking 5-6-star books. Anything this man writes, I'm fucking there. I've not rated a book of his 5-star, like under 5 stars. I have not. Every single one of his books I have read, I have binged, I constantly reread as well. John Gwyn is just addictive. He literally delves deep into my soul, my reader soul, and goes, I'm going to write books that you are always going to love. And he fucking sells it. Like dragons, Vikings in Faithful and the Fallen, the character moments, Storm, I'm a sucker for fan family. He writes fan family expertly. Fucking holy shit. Anything, his grocery list, I'd probably fucking read it and love it. Anything he writes, so this is just like anything John Gwyn, anything fucking John Gwyn, it's so fucking good. But this is where I'd suggest people start. It is his best work. It is his best work. Favour of the Fallen took a little bit of time to get into, but once you're into it, you're fucking hooked and you're gone and you're fucking see you later, mate. I am resurfacing till I've finished the series. But this is definitely it's just a bit better. There's only 3 POVs. Favour of the Fallen, a shit ton of POVs. Because Favour of the Fallen's like Game of Thrones with Vikings without any sexual assault and sexism, basically. But John Gwyn slaps. A Spear Cut Through Water. This is like a comfort read as well. It's something that you have to sit with the story and just experience it and marinate in it and then cry at the end. Because it's so beautifully done. It is just, oh, I have so many things I could talk about this book. I've been reading this since like March because this is a book that I've decided to pick up when things feel a little bit stressful in my life, when I feel a little bit tired, when I just want to experience something beautiful, I pick up this book because first, second, third POV and omniscient, it does it so well. A story told within a story within a story, and it's so beautifully done. There's a talking tortoise. It's the world it just creates. I mean, look at the map. And this is a regular edition, by the way. I think this is probably a first verse because I think it went out of stock for a while, but my uncle bought it for me last year for Christmas. Not last year, the year before. What is time? For Christmas. And I fucking loved it because that's when it took storm on TikTok and I was like, okay, I'm going to read it. And I tandem read this. I audiobooked it and I physically read it, and I recommend you do that because it's such a fucking experience. It's so good. Another new edition is Dragon Rider Eragon cross Game of Thrones. What more do you not fucking like about this book? It has dragons. It has a compelling character. It has its own red wedding scene. It is... I mean, some people say it started slow. Maybe I was feeling the same, but I was doing the audiobook, so within like not even half a day, like a couple of hours, I was through the slow bit and like fucking hooked on this shit. I love winter. I love Jai. Everything it's definitely a new book, but it's just I need book 2. Tell Matthew, what can I do to get book 2 from you? What do you want? My firstborn? My hand? Anything to get book 2, because this, I have a feeling, is setting up for the epicness that's going to be book 2 and book 3. Oh, it is so good. And I mean, everybody loves a good map, but the fucking map. The map. So everybody, go read Dragon Rider. If you know me, you should know who my top series is. You should know who my top author is. I won't ever shut up about the Rumbling Younglings. Fitz's stories in particular, because holy fucking shit, Robin Hobb can write. She can write character moments. She can dig her fingers into my heart, twist and pull it out of my chest, and I will still come back for fucking more. It is so well written, it's so lyrical, I am loving the fucking world, and I wish I had the time every year to reread this, but it's a 16 book series. When you just take Fitz's stories, it's 3, 4, 5, 6, 9 books. Math isn't my strong point. It's 9 books, and I would just love to experience them over and over and over again, but that particular book, the one right there, the last book in Fitz's story, the last book in Realm of the Elderlings, broke me so completely, I haven't been able to pick it back up. I reread all of Fitz's stories until I got to the last trilogy, and I went, I can't do that. I can't suffer for that again. I am going to do it, but don't know when that would be. But everybody needs to read The Realm of the Elderlings. Miss Percy's pocket guidebooks. If you like cozy, if you like fucking dragons, read Miss Percy pocket guidebooks. It is so whimsical, it's so fucking funny. Middle-aged woman gets stumbled across with the stone, which turns to be a dragon egg, and the dragon wreaks havoc on her little village, and she has no fucking idea what to do about it, while other people are trying to take the dragon from her. It is fucking amazing. I love it. I love the family dynamic. I love how, like, her and her sister, and then relationship with them, with her and her niece and nephew, everything about, but also the romance bit. I ain't romance me, no. But this middle-aged romance is apparently probably my thing, because it's so quiet, it's so cozy as fucking fuck, and I love them together so much, so far. Everybody, so read this book. It's so good, and I. Book 3's coming out later this year, and expect me to be completely fucking feral around book fucking 3, because oh my god, book 1, the best, book 2, even better, book 3 is gonna knock it out of the fucking park. I fucking, oh, 2 more on this list. 2 more on this list, and then I will leave you alone. The House Witch. If you like cozy, if you like the idea of a deficient witch going to live in a kingdom to become a cook, but his magic can only work where he calls home, which, you know, House Witch. If you like really good characters, if you like a talking fucking cat, if you like a witch being stumbling upon a familiar who also is sassy as fucking fuck, right? Fucking cracking, man. You will love this fucking series. Yes, it's technically a romance, but I believe you can read book 1 as a standalone if you want to. And that has minimal romance. I love everything. I love, like, the child-prince dynamic with Finn, the main character, the House Witch, Elder Witch, he's like 29 or something. Love that fucking shit. Right. And next one, which everybody should just read, Genevieve Cogman, right? The Witch's Heart blew me away. I was left sobbing at work. And I'm not joking. I was literally, I mean, most of the time I end up crying at work and people are like, are you right? I'm like, it's just this book. And I'm like, oh, okay, it's just a book again. I'm not fucking joking. When I was in a stable, huddled in a corner, just tears. Because it's so well written. Agabonga, I can't say the fucking name. Retelling, and it was so well done. I love her story. I love the dynamic between her and Loki, and then also the kids, and then everything that happens, especially with Ragnar that comes up. I'm butchering all these fucking names, but I don't care. It's so, and the character work that's standalone, but the character work that, especially between her and Loki, and especially like what happens at the end, how things come about, and then how you realise like what we think Loki is. It just changes as you go through and you experience it. It's so good. It's so good. Everybody needs to go fucking read that book. I am not even fucking joking. It is fucking amazing. Anyway, those are the books that I'm absolutely feral for. Drop your recommendation below. What books are you feral for? And I will see you in the next one.